You want to come on up? And we have our next presentation. So, Jim, about how many folks?
My executive team.
Okay.
Most of them.
All right, so we can go ahead and stand up here then. We'll all fit.
Yeah.
By all means, you got the mic.
I get the mic.
That's right.
Hello, hello. Oh, there we go. Well, I want to thank everybody for this. This was really a surprise. I know that after seeing all these people that just came up here for 25, 30, 35, I've had roughly 10 here in Riverside County, about 35 plus in IT throughout the Inland Empire. It's just been my passion since getting into IT in 1989 in the courts in San Bernardino County, and I just fell in love with it. And from there, I just always did what was right in front of me, did the best I could, and worked hard and showed up, and just good things happened. And kind of meandered my way along over here into Riverside County, which was just a blessing. It was a big change because prior to this, I was all technology. And what I've learned a lot in coming to Riverside County and being in more of an executive role is I don't get to do the rolling up my sleeves and doing all the fun things anymore. I leave it to these people and their staff to do that. So it's really helped me to grow tremendously in my career and my life philosophy. And I remember the first day of my job here in Riverside County was in this very board chambers. I think Supervisor Washington may be the only one left from that original board there. And this room was filled with executives. It was the first day of consolidation in the county, and everybody was upset and angry. And then we had another round of the same thing with all the IT people going through the same process. And I swore that day that I would make it my mission to convert all these frowning faces to smiles. And it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. It took roughly 10 years to get here. And I think, we've come a long ways. It's definitely not all me. It's this team of amazing people that I work with. And, it's going to be a huge change for me. I'm really, I don't know what's the next chapter really, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. And I thank you all for. The board has been fantastic to work with. I've worked with a variety of boards in Riverside and San Bernardino, and this is one of the best.
This is the best one.
It is the best. The best. Now, you've been very, very supportive of RCIT and our mission and getting things done, and I'm proud of the technical accomplishments, but I'm even more proud of the relationship accomplishments that we've made around the county. And there's still room to grow. Not everybody's a fan, but far more than there were 10 years ago, and we're just going to continue to do better and better and better. And so I thank you for your patience with me and letting me do my thing and letting the team do their thing, and wish you all the best.
Just real quick, Jim. The fact that you announced our supervisor, Chuck Washington, our wisest member of the board. I'm going to ask, I'm going to throw a curveball, but a good curveball on behalf of the Dodgers. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and present this if you don't mind.
I don't know how they're going to stay ahead of the Padres. I love what, I love what Jim has said and what you have stood for this county. And we all judge technology, right, in our life based on the context in which we experience it. My first thought always goes back to my time in the Navy. I did a deployment in the Navy from 84 to 85, and then again later in the West Pac, 86 to 87. And if you'll recall, there was no internet. And so when the internet was invented and people could communicate with families even while they were on deployment, I think it improved their quality of life. For me, deployments were a hardship, but fast forward, when the internet did come around and people started utilizing it, well, a lot of people said, well, this is an inconvenience. And then we started getting emails, and we didn't know what to do with them, where to park them, which ones we could trust. And then we crossed a threshold where all of a sudden technology began to make our jobs a little easier or made us more efficient at our jobs. And I've not seen anywhere where that has been truer than right here at Riverside County. We've had incredible leadership with IT, and the speeches that I made 10 years ago when we were making that transition was, IT needs to understand that all of the people who are dealing with our customers, our constituents, they don't need to understand how it works. They just need it to work. And they need it so that they can serve our constituents better. And IT got that and said, okay, we're not here to teach you how to rebuild a computer, but we are here to teach you how to use the tools we're giving you so that you can provide better service. And I think that speaks volumes for all of you, because you have made Riverside County a great place to live. So thank you and congratulations. This proclamation is long and it's heavy. And so I'm not going to read it all. Thank you. Yes. Wait, who was that? Hey, yeah. All right, Roy. I knew I could count on you in the end. So it ends with, now therefore let it be resolved that the Riverside County Board of Supervisors does hereby honor Jim Smith upon his retirement, commend him for his outstanding service and contributions, and extend best wishes for an enjoyable retirement. Do something. Don't sit on the sofa. My advice, my wife won't let me retire until I promise I won't sit on the sofa. With happiness, health, and all the best in the years ahead. Signed by all of the supervisors.
Just very quickly, because this is quite an accomplishment. My colleagues like to say anything at all?
I'll make it quick. Just to share, during COVID, I think Jim was hopping because there were such demands because we went remote. And he even had to come to my house several times just to get my Wi-Fi, which was unfixable at the time, to get it to work. But it was times that you don't realize how much you depend. I just said this when they walked up. I said, we just don't realize how much we depend on you. When you're not there and not taking care of us, we know. But on a day-to-day basis, how much we have learned to depend on the technology. Whether we like it or not, we're here. So thank you for leading us through this whole technology new phenomena.
I can appreciate that. Let's give Karen a round of applause for that as well. I always say this because it's very true. You know, I am still PTSD'd out because of COVID, but RCIT helped me quite a bit. I mean, if you think about it, those were the days when we were having meetings from Indio, California, and obviously after the governor said what he had to say, then we mentioned or we stated out loud what was going on in the county of Riverside, and everybody wanted to know. RCIT was on top of that. And you know what, at the end of the day, the reason why all these folks are here is because they appreciate you, they value you, or else they wouldn't be here. So anyone who's not here, you know, don't come forth. But I do want to put in a plug for Roy. Roy and his team, what they've been able to do in the 4th District with all our events, it's just amazing. And I know you've done it in all our districts. But I really, really appreciate all the work that you've done with all the different technologies that we're using and presentations and things of that nature because of the IT team that you have here. I'm sorry? Oh, well, yeah, the whole team out here, the whole team right there, look, you see that? So with that, Jim, thank you for all the great work you've done. Y adelante siempre, always forward. Let's take a photo. If you don't mind staying there. All right.
Thank you. And I do have something for you as well, all of you. I have a little gift for all of you.
Jim's got something here to give us as well.
RCIT Challenge Coin that we created a while back for all of our special partners. So here's a challenge coin for every one of you to remember us and remember me. And you know, my mantra, one last thing I do want to part on everybody is my philosophy, which I'll paraphrase from Conan O'Brien, has been to find your purpose, work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. I believe it. Be kind. Kindness is key. So it goes a long way. So thank you all for your kindness over the last 10 years. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. One more. All right.